Hello there, and welcome to the first official action episode of New Genesis Apocrypha. I think I pronounced it right. I've been corrected about the pronouncement previously. Our story begins with Felina, Bjorn the dwarf, Felina the fawn, the deer fawn,
yes.
And our tree,
who is unnamed
as yet, as he has yet to earn his name. They had just, a few days ago, they left the city of Kazulma, a Dwarvish city, from where they were given their quest to escort the tree to find a home in which he can plant his garden or forest, whichever he sees fit. It is Felina's job to help him get there, wherever it is, they don't know. It's part of the journey. And it is Bjorn's job to keep them alive.
Yep.
Right? So they've been traveling for a few days when out of nowhere the sky gets this weird sort of filter on it and everything goes white. There's a loud noise and we transition to Aster, the college student who's driving down the road in the day, and all of a sudden red lightning streaks across the sky and there's a noise like nothing he's ever heard before. Catastrophic roar, explosive sound. And there's a large bright light, lightning strike shooting across the sky, and he loses control of his car. He's driving his car. The power goes out on his car as he's going around a turn, and he sees a small creature up ahead in the road, stepping onto the road, examining it carefully. Aster, how fast are you going?
I'll say I'm going about 60 miles an hour.
What do you do?
I hard brake.
Roll. Give me a check.
16.
Reflex check. 16.
It's
Reflex? Do we have reflex?
Technically not.
No.
Technically
It's
not.
almost unsatisfying.
Common sense
Not a
roll.
dice roll.
It's a common sense roll of 16. Do you have a common sense bonus?
No.
I wasn't told that was a skill either.
No.
Yeah, no. Mick, please.
It's not a skill.
Oh, well, you just rolled a 16. Just
Nani?
die. That's fine.
Nice.
That's a swear.
No.
You're gonna pull something from the jar.
I approve, actually. Let's
What?
keep the...
Anyway, okay, so you're careening toward, you hit the brakes, and something steps in front of the small little creature. It's a big old tree. You are knocked unconscious by the collision.
That's unfortunate.
The last thing he sees is a visage of Bill Murray.
As you fade out of consciousness, you see a green Bill Murray face looking down on you.
I pass into troubled sleep.
You pass into trouble sleep. Okay, so Felina, you just popped into this new strange area. There is a black path with yellow stripes on it. You went out to investigate it, and then a large, colorful carriage almost hit you, but your tree friend stopped it. Bjorn is unfortunately unconscious on the ground next to you. You don't know why. It's in your hands, ladies and gentlemen.
I look around. I turn to Felina. Is this my new home?
No. Not at all.
What is this? I point to the car that has crashed into me.
I don't know. We should go check it out. Go take a look.
Okay. You notice there's, of course, a small person on the inside, unconscious and bleeding a little bit from his forehead.
I take apart the car.
You take it.
Completely dismantles the car.
Okay.
Uses
Roll
jaws as
for,
jaws of
let's
life.
see, what are our skills? I need to find. I
Strength.
should know this. Strength? Yeah,
Oh,
do
yeah.
a strength roll. That would make sense.
16 with the bonus.
16 is a perfectly fine success. How do you take it apart? Just rip the
Just
door off?
the top of the car,
Uh-huh.
like the window, just
Peel it like a can of sardines.
Exactly.
Just rip it off. Okay.
rip it right off.
You see him leaning against like a large inflated thing. His airbag just did go off.
I'm gonna kind of like
Bleeding off from his head.
like send out some vines and just kind of lift him up into the air.
So you reach in and you start to lift poor Aster into the air, his unconscious body,
Pay
but
no
it's held
attention.
back by some strange leathery device which is wrapped around his torso.
What is this?
I am.
Release your grasp on this human foul beast.
I grow concerned at this strange creature's plight that is held captive by this evil magic, and
Evil magic.
I turn to Felina, questioning whether or not I should destroy the foul beast, because after all, it did try to kill my friend as well.
I take up my dagger and attempt to slaughter it myself.
So you just start stabbing the car.
No, the strange.
Oh, the
Seat
seatbelt?
yes,
You
the
can just
seatbelt.
start stabbing the seatbelt?
This dark snake that has constricted itself around.
Okay,
this
roll
poor man.
roll for seatbelt stabbing for me, please.
That would be
a very
strangely
specific
effective.
skill.
That's a nat 20.
Okay,
For
well.
seatbelt stabbing.
It's a very specific skill.
Okay.
Felina, Slayer of Seatbelts.
My
Felina
first, my
Slayer of
first
Seatbelts.
title.
So,
Felina, Slayer
you-
of Seatbelts.
Yeah, describe how you get him out since you rolled a nat 20. That's perfect.
I firmly grasp it by part of it. I don't know which end is the head
Of the
this
seatbelt?
of this evil snake beast.
Okay, right. That's constricting him.
That is constricting him, and I begin madly sawing at it as to sever its body.
It comes apart pretty easily. And since you got a nat 20, I'm going to say Aster wakes up. Aster, you're suspended in the air by vines, and there is a deer fawn who resembles Roxanne from Goof Troop somewhat.
Goof Troop?
That's what it's called. The
No,
Goof movie?
It's a goofy
A goofy
movie.
movie.
Goofy movie. I'm sorry.
You need to revisit your
Holding
childhood.
a bone knife in front of you, and a large tree person is pulling you out of the car. What do you do?
I pass out again.
Fair enough. He faints. All right, you're moving from the vehicle. You now have two unconscious individuals and a destroyed, strange metal thing.
I look in concern at the two beings on the floor and attempt to heal both. Putting them beside each other, I attempt to heal them of the dark magic that has befuddled
gosh.
their senses.
Okay.
What do you
Do
mean, like,
you have a magic
next to
healing
each other?
ability?
I have
I'm
a
like back in
heal
the
others
ditch where
ability.
y'all
This will
left.
make
Okay.
me tired though.
Okay, cool. Roll for that.
That's gonna
Right?
be.
What?
I'm still back in the ditch.
That's just.
Yeah, you're like
that's
next
just-
to the road unconscious.
I don't have. That's not a skill per se. It's just an ability that I
Mhm.
have. So like, I rolled a 5. What does that do?
Well, it's an ability you have. So I'm thinking for abilities like that, it's just gonna work.
Okay, that works. All right,
For a healing ability like that, yeah, you get once a day.
Now, how much energy do I have to expend into healing them? Because that's also how tired I will get.
Okay, well, Aster's not badly hurt. He's got a few cuts and bruises, so that's not going to spend a whole lot of energy. That'd be a pretty simple fix. He was lucky in the car accident. He was wearing a seatbelt. The car had some updated safety features. He had an airbag and all that good stuff. And he braked pretty well. He just didn't have a lot of control because the car was dead. Bjorn, on the other hand, you're not really sure what's wrong with him. It's like he's gone into some sort of coma.
Give him a good slap.
Some sort of
I
coma.
kneel beside him and poke him in the face.
Roll?
Do I need to roll to poke him?
I mean, roll to see what
I
happens.
mean, you might poke him too.
Roll
good, so.
evasion.
No. Roll luck.
A 9,
What is your luck bonus?
2.
2?
So
11.
You know, you might poke him too good. You don't know.
You poke him too good. He actually wakes up somehow. The energy from the tree has restored him more than other people without the magical energy. It's balanced him out. That's going to be really loud. I'm not going to drink any more of that.
Yeah.
All right, Bjorn, you wake up and you see Felina and Tree Guy standing over you. And next to you is a human wearing a strange outfit.
I look at this human up and down and
He's unconscious still.
scoff at his apparel.
Haha!
No,
Apparel.
it's more like,
No,
psh,
scoff.
the heck are you wearing?
Okay, I got you. Okay. Well, 3 of you are conscious now. You look around, do a perception roll for me.
It's gonna be 9.
9,
14.
What
No,
is
wait,
this?
18.
18.
With the bonus.
17.
17. All right, well,
I'm going to say I noticed the car.
yes.
And I immediately go to the car and try to take bits of metal off of it.
You start
Looting
okay.
already.
Hold on. We'll get to that in a second.
No,
you
I'm
notice.
I like metalworking and stuff.
Well, first of all, you
So you're
two,
looting.
Felina and Bjorn, immediately notice that you have no idea where you are. You don't recognize anything. The trees are different. They're much smaller and younger looking than any trees you've ever seen. You're next to this large black path with yellow stripes on it. It's about sometime in the afternoon, like 3 in the afternoon. You're completely clueless as to where you are. This doesn't look familiar at all. And Tree Guy is just as lost as always.
I look around and I'm growing increasingly distressed. I leave the road and touch one of the trees, and I grow even more distressed as I touch them.
Okay.
So,
Why are the trees not talking to me?
Yeah, you do notice the trees are quiet, as if, I hate to say coma again, like he was, but it's like they haven't ever woken up yet.
I'm gonna try to heal one of the trees.
Trying to heal one of the trees. Okay. Do a magic use roll for me.
It's gonna be a 19.
Dadgummit. The tree grows in size a bit and looks a lot more colorful and healthy. It sort of does a tree yawn. I don't have a sound effect for that.
You don't even.
You're not even about
I attempt to communicate with this tree.
It doesn't speak Entish.
I do not know that it doesn't speak Entish, so I'm just gonna
Or tree folkish.
Yeah, I'm gonna be upset
It
that the
speaks
tree is
Spark.
not speaking to me.
Okay. So you're upset by the tree not speaking to you because it's just, it kind of greets you in tree mannerism, like communicates kind of telepathically.
Doesn't wave.
Doesn't really wave, it can communicate with him kind of like through touch. It communicates through touch, but it doesn't. It just expresses awareness suddenly.
I look around at like all the trees around me, and it's the only tree that's like this,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just like very unnerved.
Very unnerved. That makes sense.
Just cause a non-sentient tree to have an existential crisis.
He just made a non-sentient tree sentient, which is fine. All right, so you still got your unconscious person on the ground. You're taking chunks of metal off.
I'm like, this
His
is
car.
awesome.
Yeah, it's very bendy, weak metal by your standards.
Yeah, with the craftsmanship. It's so smooth.
It is very smooth. Okay. Aster, should we want to try and wake up?
Now we're good.
I'm gonna roll to see. If
I'm
you
gonna
wake
kick
up.
him.
Kick me?
Yes.
You kick him?
Yeah, I'm gonna kick him.
Yeah.
Walk over and kick him.
Get up.
You're woken up by a jolt to your ribs, Aster,
Ah. Ow.
and you see a strange, baldish but with a ponytail figure. He's very short. He's leaning over you. He's wearing like old-fashioned like ranger.
And I'm a dwarf,
gear.
so it's like I'm like face to face with you.
Yeah, just give him a slow blink, and like that's not the weirdest thing to
That's
be seen.
happened
So,
fairly normal, all things considered.
At least this one looks mostly human.
I stand
Yeah,
back
just-
up and be like,
just
well,
gotta register that.
he's up.
You can't understand from their point of view. They're speaking English.
Oh, cool.
From your point of view, yeah.
I'm gonna lumber over and ask why the trees are dead, or the trees are not talking to me.
You're gonna ask Aster this.
Yes.
Okay, so a large tree person obviously lumbers over. Ask him.
Why are the trees not talking to me?
I blink a few more times. give him a good rub.
Give your eyes a good rub.
Answer him, boy.
Look back.
Don't scare him.
I.
Do you need healing? You seem disturbed. Did the creature harm you in any way?
Roll perception
he-
for me, Aster.
I know he's short, but you don't gotta call him a creature.
You're short to him.
7? Yeah, 7. We could call that as a 5.
You would have noticed your vehicle, but the dwarf's in the way. But you do notice the dwarf
Holding
has a large,
Bits of your vehicle in my
a large chunk of like blue metal, the color of your car.
Why is it blue?
I just have your door panel in my
Color it is.
arm.
Blue car.
This is my
Um,
shield now.
I actually
Pretty
love
flimsy shield, actually.
You can reinforce it.
See, I think I would have like tried to contest this, but I can also probably recognize that my car is done for. So
it. Yeah.
I just kind of take it in. I'm like, all right, yeah,
Okay.
just carry on. I guess I'm probably not. It's not getting fixed anyway. I don't probably have the money for that. So.
I'm gonna prod him in the head with a vine consistently. He still hasn't answered my question. I want to know about the trees.
Hey, why is the tree talking?
Why aren't your trees talking?
Yeah. Why aren't your trees talking?
They don't. They're trees. They don't have mouths.
I open
point.
and close my mouth almost pensively, like.
I point
tree person.
at our tree person opening and closing his maw.
Well, that's not any kind of tree I've ever seen before. So let me tell you, That is not par for the course.
Where are you from?
Here.
Where's here?
Where are you from?
Aster, you
Here.
notice the sky does not look normal anymore. There's like white, jagged cracks across it. And all the color around you seems to have changed just slightly, as if you were wearing some sort of filter glasses or something.
When I see the sky like this, I kind of like lose focus in this conversation. And I kind of start like, I like look at it like excitedly, like, what is that?
Aurora Borealis.
I'm not doing
like-
this. We're not doing this. I want to, but we're not.
I whisper
So
to
I'm just gonna kind of start like walking in that like towards the sky, if that makes sense.
You don't.
Okay, so
have-
Aster stands up and just vertically starts walking. No, you just start walking down the road, I guess, toward the sky.
What's going on? I've never seen anything like this before. What is this?
I whisper to Bjorn, do you think he hit his head?
I think so.
I turn to.
He's still bleeding a little bit.
I turn to
from
Felina and say, "Is he a runtling of the elves? His
Perhaps.
ears are weird."
it. There were humans in your world.
Over there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very rare though.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Nope. Not rare at all.
Oh, so much I know.
Humans are a common thing in your world.
retake.
They've just changed in the last couple thousand years. You were pulled out of the world. Okay, so some context,
Thank
apparently.
I haven't been able to read
Yes.
the last few chapters.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
It's friggin'
So,
Patreon.
in your world that you came from, it was like a medieval kind of, all races lived together, not necessarily in harmony, but they all coexisted. And at the time you existed, humans they caused a lot of trouble, but not all of them were bad, right? And you aren't aware that any time has passed.
Oh, okay.
From your
Okay.
perspective, humanity still exists among you. This
Okay.
human's just dressed like nothing you've ever seen and acting kind of weird.
All right,
Right.
I got the setting now. For some reason, I thought it was at a
It's all
different
good.
time.
I should have explained that at the beginning.
All right,
Right.
I run back over to the smallish person because that's like the most rational thing for me
You're
to
just
run to.
ignoring Felina
I
as
kind of-
much as possible.
I
I
just-
kind of
I didn't-
tense
I
as
haven't
this
registered
strange human bolts at me.
I grabbed my sword. I was like, what is that? What did that happen? Do you know what that is?
This guy does
I've
look
never
weird to
seen
you
this
guys too. It's never looked like this before.
I don't know.
I'm
what
just
to say.
staring. Like this entire conversation, I'm just staring at the sky.
before. I
I'm
gotta take a
fascinated.
picture of this.
It looks like the sky has been shattered.
Picture.
Like a
I need
piece
to
of
take
glass.
a picture of this.
Picture.
Okay.
Can I take a picture of it?
You pull out your phone. You can take a picture. Yeah.
I snatch a stone from his
Snaps a
hand
picture. Well, that's
and examine it.
Whoa, hold
What
on.
is it?
What is this?
I'll tell you if you give it back.
What is it?
Give it back.
What
Tell
is
us and
it?
we'll give it
Give it
back.
What metal is this?
No, you took it from me first.
What metal is this?
The metal kind. I don't know.
That's a good answer.
Maybe
Bite
some.
it.
Give it back to him. He'll tell us what it is.
You bite it, nothing happens.
Like a coin.
I'm
It
gonna
tastes
I'm gonna slowly look down at the dwarf and go,
Hey.
"Stealing is
Toss it
wrong."
back at you.
And I just kind of like reach out a vine before he tosses it. And then,
All right. So you're trying. You're a little behind on the times here. He tosses it back. Roll a catch. Oh dear. You completely miss catching it. It just hits the ground.
Does it shatter too?
But is it in a phone case?
That's a good question.
That sounds like a luck check.
Let's check. Let's do a luck roll.
That'll be a 24.
Yeah, it's in a phone case. Dadgummit.
Sounds like an OtterBox at
Okay.
least.
The OtterBox phone case. It's fine because of your luck roll.
I don't even look phased by the fact that it hit the ground because it's in an
Did you
box.
shake that up at all?
Nope, I should shake that
You
up.
should shake that up.
We're overdue. Someone swore earlier, so I want to draw
Sorry,
from the
guys.
thing to see if something
I
happens.
didn't think it was gonna
But-
be me first,
In the meantime,
but it was.
Aster, you check your phone. You check your phone. It's all right. Good condition. There is no signal.
We're gonna assume that I'm used to.
Query. Didn't
Having
all
good
electronic,
signal.
it's like his entire car die because
Yeah,
Just went away.
it died for a moment,
Oh, okay.
so you can tell it just restarted, but there's no signal.
I
or
thought this
anything.
occurrence completely fried batteries and such.
The car battery is fried. The phone's a little better off.
Micro.
If you say so.
I say so.
Magic. Shut up.
His phone is still working.
It's magic. Shut up.
It's not working, but it's like turning on. He was able to take a picture.
Otterbox of magic confirmed.
Oh yeah.
So Felina, you feel a sting in your ankle. This is our random event. You've been bitten by a bug that you are really allergic to, and you begin to develop a really itchy rash in your gorgeous deer ankle.
I am very concerned
Okay,
at my
right.
friend's plight
That's
and
a,
attempts to use
gorgeous
healing.
bug.
Peculiar
Alrighty,
No,
then.
look.
choice of words there,
Roll
sir.
perception and notice if you
Like-
notice her getting bitten by a small bug, because that's
All of us are.
just
It's gonna be a 19.
Insignificant.
you guys. Stop. Dang.
I only have 1 to my luck too. No, actually it's 20. I have 2 to luck.
It's not luck. It's perception.
Tree
Okay, I
guy.
have only
Use
1
wine
perception,
whip.
so 19 still.
Fine. You notice her get bit by something
I will wrap
on
some
her
vines.
normal-looking deer ankle.
Thank you.
I'm gonna, yeah. The rest of us are not dating Morgan, so.
Oh boy. Here we
But
go.
anyways, I'm gonna wrap a vine around the wound and attempt to heal it using magic use, I guess. well, I do have a
I'm
heal
gonna
other
say you're
spell.
not going to be able to heal anymore today. You've
Okay,
already
that's
used enough energy trying to heal.
I would become too tired.
Yeah, you would be pretty.
You would
All right, I'm gonna get
War.
pretty upset though, and I'm gonna look for some water because if I get some
Okay.
water, that will
You
let me
look
to.
for water. Roll perception for water.
Here we go. Here we
Roll
go.
dowsing.
That's gonna be an 18.
Roll dowsing.
The steampunk dice is with me today.
There's no water anywhere near you guys. You're just by a road. Unfortunately,
just-
there's probably some deep in the woods somewhere.
What about in his car? Did he carry? He was on a long road trip. He's got to have some water.
It's all Mountain Dew and stuff.
No. I might have had a bottle of water. That's a few months old in the back seat.
I'll take it.
No.
Pours coolant over
He
wound.
had like a coolant. No, we'll say you had a big old cup of some sort. You got at a gas station not long ago, but it spilled all over the dash in the accident.
How would the tree person know how to open a bottle of water?
He would.
It's not a
Or
bottle of water.
I know, but like
He
if
would.
he
yeah,
had
that's
a
also
bottle
a
of
good
water,
point.
like
He would just.
I'm not
You're
gonna
just gonna
open it. I'm just
smash
gonna
it
like
open.
crush it open. Like
Yeah, probably.
finesse is for
Anyways,
losers.
Crush it.
There's no
And
water.
non-tree folk.
You guys still have your typical traveling supplies. You're a little concerned about this human having hit himself on the head. You could go into the woods. There's north, south, west, east, whatever direction you guys want to start moving. I would recommend moving.
I'm just gonna look to Felina. She's kind of the go-to brains of this operation.
So this is true.
I examine my
Your
vehicle.
senses.
I examine my vehicle and decide that it is not going anywhere.
Nope, it's definitely not going anywhere. It's pretty total.
And you said the phone's dead.
Phone it turns on, but it's not got a signal.
Do I have a map in my car?
Roll luck.
19.
Why am I even having you guys roll? This is insane. Yeah, there's a map in your car.
I get it out and
For your home state of Georgia. You're in West Virginia, buddy.
It's a very specific map.
Does he have an atlas?
No, he does not have an atlas.
I have sense nature, so I can try to
I determined that this map will be useless to me,
Any
but still
water.
pocket it for later.
preferably running water.
Okay, so you like just kind of smell the air.
I also have good hearing, so I can lend a deer ear to any
Okay.
running water.
Okay, roll
That was a
your nature thing.
interesting waveform.
That's 17.
Yeah, of course it's a 17. That's
Yeah.
fine. You can tell that there is probably some kind of water based on your geographical location off to the south.
Let's go south.
Okay, that will take you away from the road and into the woods.
Do
I like the woods.
Do you guys know where you're going?
You are the woods.
'Cause I'm kind of stranded here, so
I'm gonna pick up the-
I don't know where to go.
I'm literally just gonna pick him up and put him on my shoulder.
Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. This is cool. I'm
Calm
just,
yourself,
I'm just
panicking
on a,
human.
I'm just on a tree.
We shall be your guides.
I'm just on a.
I'm gonna hum off to
I
me while
just
we're
now
while we're-
register the half deer person,
Uh
and I pass out again.
huh.
I'm gonna like I'm
you
just
do not
gonna
have a very high constitution.
My
I'm just gonna
appearance
keep
is
him on my
killing.
shoulder in concern
This is a
at this.
sickly human.
Oh, he's not going to plummet to the ground off your shoulder.
No, I'm gonna keep him up there.
He's holding his own hand. He just goes limp. And you kind of hold him. He's just kind of hanging there now, though.
This makes a small
Okay.
squeaking sound when he sees her.
Ugh. That's fair enough. All right, so you guys start marching off into the woods in the direction you think water would be.
Yes.
Okay. You notice that, like I said before, plants are different. Every once in a while, you see a healthier looking tree or a healthier looking plant, but it for example, you see one tree has literally grown out of another tree in like an instant. The tree around it is split in half and destroyed. Like the tree was there and then it wasn't, and then it was there again.
I give that tree a hug.
Okay.
And
I'm
tell
not.
it, good
I'm
job.
I'm
You
very.
can tell it's quite healthy.
I'm
The
just
woods-
like trying to communicate this whole time. With
Yeah,
everything
from your
going on.
perspective, these woods are very disorganized and they have not been tended to properly.
I turn to Felina. I could take care of this. I could take care of this.
No, we have to keep going.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
As you continue, you notice that you are definitely completely lost. You have no idea where you are. And
I keep walking forward confidently.
keep walking forward confidently.
As long as Felina knows where to go, I know where to go.
Okay, after like half an hour of traveling, we're gonna say Aster wakes up and you guys find yourselves next to a river.
I stick my gorgeous deer ankle in that river.
I'm just gonna like.
Okay, you stick your gorgeous deer ankle in the river and it gets wet.
I'm just gonna lay my roots into the river and just soak
Soothe
up.
some of that itching.
And
Okay.
also because I'm near a river, I can regenerate my healing abilities, and I'm gonna heal Felina's wound.
Well, you could try. It's kind of a
Magic
yeah,
use.
Sure, roll a magic use.
16.
16.
I have first aid, so I can probably do stuff myself.
Yeah.
Probably
But I
should've done that
might
before
as
you
well
walked
take
an
advantage of
hour
this since the
on a
river's here.
bitten foot.
I need to soak it.
Okay, so the ankle
Yeah.
stops bothering you too much due to your first aid and his use of magic, which he's being pretty frivolous with, you notice.
Gotcha.
It's as long as we're by a river, like
He's
as long
a
as
young tree.
Okay.
as long as I,
teenager.
plus,
He's
plus
He's a
impulsive.
tree
I have ready access to water.
God.
He's impulsive.
Oh my god, I'm a tree-nager. That's
He's
the
a
best.
tree-nager.
Yeah, and I'm by a river too, so like I can, like it doesn't tire me out nearly as much because I can. You
This
know.
is true. You can utilize those things. I think we should add puns to the jar.
No.
No, don't add your own
Blake
prejudice
alone
to
would be
this
the dude of us
rule.
all.
Yeah, we might.
For context,
Selena
Content
will die
apocalypse.
this session if bad things
Yeah,
keep happening.
for
to her because
context,
of my puns.
our lovely DM is fervently against puns.
Puns are the lowest form of
And
humor next to
How
mine.
Everyone
I say
else.
The highest form of comedy.
Everyone else in this house, in this building,
It takes wit to
On
make
this
puns.
earth.
on this earth, really
Sir,
loves puns. You can't not
sir,
love.
we don't all have the
Exactly.
high
Okay.
intellect humor of the
Okay.
almighty DM.
I'm saying he likes
Roll
high intellectual
perception,
humor, actually.
Jorn.
Neat. It'll be in 11.
11. Let's see what I'm 11 doing.
How delightfully average.
Yes.
Okay, so that's going to be a success, but it's going to come at a cost.
Am I losing an eye? What's going on here?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Your eye just spontaneously
Pops out.
falls out of your head.
This just happens.
One of the straps on your backpack gets cut by a tree
Uh-huh.
and kind of messed up, but in the process of like trying to fix your backpack, you notice something on the ground.
Ooh, shiny.
Tracks.
I'm gonna examine these tracks.
You know, okay, roll
Using my discern species.
discern species.
Trait.
That's a good trait to have.
It is.
What'd you get?
Good too.
Look! Tracks!
Sir.
For the first time in your life, as a ranger or poacher or whatever your previous job was, definitely a poacher, you have no idea what these tracks are. They're too ruined because there's so many of them.
Upon realizing this, I'm going to completely not acknowledge the fact that there are tracks. And I'm going to pull a vine from our friend here to fix my backpack with.
Okay.
You've been divined.
One vine. They
Do
grow on
oaks
him.
grow vines? This is vines.
He
hanging
used vines to
This is
lift
magic.
our compatriot
This is
out of
magic.
a car.
Tree.
I'm a
Isn't
magic
it?
tree.
This is some like Groot kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So you I'm trying to think of what you would do to fix your
Just replace the strap entirely.
strap with a. Okay, you just replace the strap.
Tie one
I'm gonna
end,
make you
tie
roll for it.
other, strap.
I'm handy.
Yep. Okay. Cool. And you don't even mention these tracks
Nope.
to anyone? Nope. Okay. Cool.
Did I put a...
Would it be
Little plot in your
unkosher for
plan
me to
there?
roll perception?
You're a tree. You're not going to need to roll You're overwhelmed at this point.
That's true, and I'm not a very perceptive individual. anyways.
Aster, you wake up by the river.
Oh, how long was I out that time for? Ooh,
Several years.
not again.
Well, I'm very thirsty,
I'm just
so
I-
I'm going to stick my entire head into the stream.
Keep in
Okay.
mind the.
Start gulping it up.
Yup.
Keep in mind how this would be appear to Aster. I'm going to
Are you upstream or downstream from the foot funk of Tree Man?
Say upstream.
I'm gonna lean over Aster, just check if he's okay.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm being kind and neighborly and probably terrifying to him.
Probably.
I've been worse. This isn't too bad.
You're not gonna
I
pass
guess.
out again?
This isn't too bad, I guess.
Lenny, you notice the water doesn't taste like you're used to it tasting. It tastes kind of funky.
What
Like it's drinkable, but it's funky.
did they do to this water?
There's this talking tree above me. There's this hybrid thing on my right here. Yeah, I've had worse days, I guess. Yeah, college sucks. You know
Yeah.
how that is. No, you probably don't. Never mind.
What's college?
What is college?
Good question.
Imagine, if you could, the pain and torment of 1,000 hells.
Good God.
This...
You must be a great warrior of your kind.
You should lead us.
I do all right. I'm getting along. I don't think you want me in charge, but yeah.
So you
Very
somehow giving them all the impression you're some kind of great survivor.
What are your titles, oh great one?
Senior.
Senior.
Are
Undergraduate.
you an
Undergraduate.
elder of your kind?
Sir Senior of Undergraduate. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
I mean, there are like three levels below mine, so in a way, I am an elder. Yeah.
Okay. You guys could introduce yourselves to him. That wouldn't hurt.
Hello.
That voice nudges you in the back of your minds.
Now that you are awake, I am
We can't
Jorn.
introduce ourselves. It's
Hi,
past an hour
Bjorn.
and 5
Hi.
seconds.
Jorn.
Bjorn.
It'll come to you. Don't worry.
Bjorn. Okay. All right.
Don't try too hard.
You're a tree. Our trees.
That's accurate.
Our
Yes.
trees don't have names unless you're a hippie. So I'm going to assume
do
you don't.
not have a name.
We
Alright.
haven't given him one
Yet.
yet.
All right, that at least is normal.
What is a hippie?
That's a story for another time.
I'm Felina.
Hi, Felina. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Sir Senior of Undergraduate.
All right. So you notice that it's getting a little later in the day.
That's pretty late out.
The weather
no,
is-
mosquitoes are gonna come out. I hate mosquitoes.
The mosquitoes are gonna come out in North Virginia.
Oh, my bug spray's in my car.
I'm sure you can slay them on your own.
I try. It's not very easy. They're evasive. Little buggers.
It starts to sprinkle. Did you
eat
just
'em.
pun?
No.
Stop.
Why would you assume I would ever do that?
It's Blake we're talking about
Uncalled
here. He
for.
never puns.
Never.
Called for Aster.
I'm just talking about. And
He's I got one more thing to say. Sir Senior of Undergrad, you must have a great destiny. Is that true?
no. I mean, I guess. I'm just trying to live my life. I don't know what I want to do yet. We're just going through college like 80% of other college students.
Okay. Light drizzle picks up. Like
I
I said.
suddenly smacked the side of my head.
Can I help you?
Your arms! Where are your weapons?
Arms.
Your weapons.
He does have a shirt with the sword on it.
Where is the sword?
Technically not here.
Seems to be a fine make.
It's not here.
Where are your weapons? You are traveling with no weapons. Alone.
I was in a weapon, in a manner of speaking. But
This
got-
this is a weapon as I flimsily bend the car door metal in front of him.
Well, not.
This is no weapon. This
No.
is a flimsy metal, however smooth. It is not shield worthy.
But if it's going fast, it's pretty lethal.
I think we should
Internally
move
resist the
into
urge
the
to throw it at you.
woods. My fur is getting wet.
I'm gonna lean over Felina.
Wet
and kinda,
deer smell is not a good smell.
It's just
I'm gonna lean
She
over.
says while standing in the water.
I'm just gonna like lean over her and provide some shelter.
It's just a drizzle. Could be worse.
Provide minimal shelter by leaning over her.
I'm a pretty big tree.
Yeah.
They're like 8 feet tall.
And I'm like
I'm-
4.
I mean, yes, he's also not like a flat surface.
I'm significantly taller than her, and you know.
You provide some shelter.
Like,
Okay.
does he have control over individual leaves so he can layer them like
No.
shingles on a roof?
I do not have that. level of
Under his
control.
cover, I slowly scamper into the covering of the forest.
All right, you guys are in the woods now.
Cool.
It's not like super thick, but it helps with the rain a little bit.
I do that shaky
More-
shaky
more
thing that
trippy.
dogs do to try to dry myself off.
Okay, I don't have a sound effect for that. Sure, you shake the water off your body. Cool. Okay. So you guys are just chilling in the woods,
I'm having a great time.
having a great time. You're soaking up the rain. You're like, yeah.
I've had better days, I'll tell you that.
Shall we
Okay.
rest here?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Although
Yeah.
you did sleep a good bit on the journey.
I'm gonna guiltily look at Felina, and I'm just gonna like poke the ground.
No, not here.
Oh.
We will find you a better forest of trees you can talk to. You'll be lonely here.
Okay.
Why would he be lonely? There's plenty of trees. He's a tree. I think he fit right in if you ask me.
Not the right
I whispered to him,
trees.
these trees aren't talking back to him. There's something wrong with them.
I disagree. He's the weird one, as far as I know.
When we left, all the trees talked. His parents gave him a very moving farewell speech.
It took a very long time.
Yes.
Where was this again?
You guys are from the city of Kazuma,
Kazuma,
Ah,
the
that must,
great
From-
dwarven
from
city.
the garden.
that must be in Oklahoma. I've never been to Oklahoma.
What is Oklahoma?
Where you're
Is
from,
it
obviously.
the home of the oaks?
I've never
I
heard of
mean-
it, but perhaps.
I mean, he's technically not wrong. There's more tumbleweeds than oaks. But
Then
sure,
we
why
shall
not?
take you to Oklahoma,
This hurts
dear
me.
friend.
So
Oklahoma
your
is-
objective is to go to Oklahoma.
To the land of the oaks, where my friend can take root.
Which
and
direction?
find
I'm very excited.
Which direction is Oklahoma?
I'm very excited.
Sir Undergrad, point us in the direction of the great Oklahoma.
Well, I can give you a general bearing on the map. It's that way from where we are.
You have a
I
map?
Then in the morning we shall go that away.
Yes, that way. So that would be to the
West.
yes.
But I don't know which direction we're facing right now, so I could be pointing
We
north
went
for all I know.
south,
Yeah, you went south
so
from the road.
so we're still going west.
So we just need to go a little more that way, and you'd probably reach Oklahoma at some point, yeah.
Eventually, probably.
Yeah, it might
All right.
take you about a month, but
So-
you'll get there.
The rain continues, and it's beginning to look a lot like evening and nighttime. You guys want to try and set up a camp?
I mean, everything's wet. We can't really build a fire.
I'm just gonna kind of like root myself in and just kind of hunker down for the night. I'm perfectly fine.
Just settle. Starts to settle. Okay.
I find myself a nice patch of leaves and curl up in them.
Using survivalists, I'm gonna make a little lean-to
Okay.
that's big enough. Well, I was gonna say big enough for me, but we do have a nice, fine warrior with us. So I guess I have to make it a little bit bigger.
Okay. Roll for me.
It's gonna be a 12.
12. That. Yeah, you make a decent lean-to. Every once in a while, water leaks through it, which is to be expected, but it's pretty comfortable as opposed to nothing else.
Throughout the night,
I
I
sit
keep
down
one
and
ear open for danger.
Pat the ground next to me.
Me? Oh,
I nod.
thank you. I
So-
go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Roll for. No, I'm kidding. You don't have to roll for sleeping. All right, so you guys go to sleep. Lena, roll perception for me.
10.
10. All right. Success. At some point during the night, from the south, you hear strange sounds. At a far distance, your keen little deer ears pick up on something. You don't know what it is, but you don't like the sound of it. Something's talking to something off in the distance. But you guys, the night passes without any event. The sun rises on a new day. There are cracks still exist in the sky. Your phone still isn't working, and it's on like 30% battery now.
Do I have my charger?
No, you left it in the car.
No luck check.
No, you left. Like
You
were
were
driving.
dragged out of
You're
the
gonna
car unconscious with only the things that were on your body.
That's true. But I usually do keep my wall charger in my pocket.
What wall are you gonna plug it into?
We'll find one eventually.
Be, you don't have a charger. I'm sorry. Going with realism. The rain has stopped. Make the rain stop. Make the rain stop. All right. So what do you guys do?
I'm just gonna kind of shake myself off.
Onward to
I'm
Oklahoma.
gonna yawn for a good 5 minutes,
Oh my gosh.
and then I'm just gonna look at Felina expectantly.
Alright, commence yawning. I'll set the timer.
You said Oklahoma was
Oh.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Generally, yes.
which way is west? That away?
I couldn't tell.
use your you can use your keen fawn senses to sense general directions.
We
Live
could
in the
have
woods,
looked
you
to the North Star at night, but that's kind of gone.
We're
So,
it's morning now, so you just go opposite where the sun is.
that's true. It does rise in the east. So, where did the sun rise?
I did this.
Dice down.
It's right here.
That will tell us west.
Okay, so you guys figure out which direction is west.
I guess I'm coming along with you, aren't I?
Indeed, sir.
Definitely don't feel strong armed into doing this, so let's go.
All right, you start marching off.
Tell us stories of Oklahoma. What's it like?
Windy. And dusty. And panhandly.
Spoken like someone who's never been to Oklahoma.
I mean, it's
What gave you that impression?
actually, speaking as someone who has been to Oklahoma, it's very accurate.
Yeah, you know, it is actually very accurate.
Are there oaks
All right.
there?
Probably.
Eventually. All right, so you continue on.
There will be.
Let's see. I want Bjorn and Felina to roll perception.
Alrighty.
Nothing has really happened so far. Just walk around.
It looks like something used to happen. Boring.
11,
23.
23. Okay, well, Felina, you have a sense of foreboding. You're not sure what's causing it, but you, sir, Bjorn,
Me.
after about a few hours of traveling, notice something is
Was
following.
apparently picking up a smoking habit.
Something is following you guys.
We're being followed.
What?
What?
Okay,
What?
Batman.
Batman.
Who is Batman? Is he one of your colleagues?
Who is this man of bat?
Some say he is the night itself.
Stop it.
Others would say
ominous.
things, but we don't know what they say because the Batman got to them.
must
I am
find this man.
enraptured by his story.
As am I.
You notice something's following you, though.
I don't.
I don't.
Tree doesn't have a clue.
Okay.
You will in a few
Jordan, do
minutes.
you ever get the feeling like you're being watched?
I know exactly
Yes,
what you're
we
talking
are.
about.
We are.
Yes.
Is it the Batman?
That is
Is he here?
that's highly unlikely.
It's not night, so no. It can't be Batman.
Oh, thank goodness.
True.
Batman get brought into this.
Who is following us?
Stop moving. Maybe we'll come closer.
Alright, so y'all just stop. You hear footsteps for a few seconds, and the footsteps stop.
How thick is the underbrush?
How thick is the underbrush?
Friend or foe?
How's it? Can we just see him?
No, they're definitely keep hidden. You can't see anything near you. You can look around.
Hey, tree.
I take a arrow out of my quiver
Yes.
Ways back
and
there.
launch my bow.
There's somebody
prepare myself.
down, somebody back there.
Okay.
You think you could
He
like
prepares the bow.
drop some vines and like
I'm
sneak
gonna
down there and try to.
I'm gonna ask the trees if there's any
Brilliant.
following us.
I've never have thought of that.
Okay, the trees are quiet here.
I shrug.
Tree shrug.
Tree shrub. Alright, so
Trees.
Felina has armed herself with a bow and arrow. Aster, you are still unarmed. You put up your dukes. Do you do anything in preparation?
I'm gonna draw my sword
Draw your short sword. Alright.
and advance towards where I perceived the beam. The
Alright, you
general
advance.
area.
And you come behind a tree and you see what the unexpected. A young
The
centaur.
Spanish Inquisition?
No, not the Spanish Inquisition. A young centaur staring at you, puts his hands up slowly into the air.
I sheathe my sword.
Hello, Mr. Dwarf.
Evening, youngling.
Oh,
Distraction.
jeez.
I don't know where I am.
Come with us. We're going to Oklahoma.
What's Oklahoma?
I don't know, but we're going there.
My family has a fortress nearby. We could look for that.
What is this family's name?
Shetland.
By what allegiance are they?
Shetland.
For
Shetland.
for context, dear listener, a look of pure anguish has just sprouted from our
Hold on.
DM's face.
He did not anticipate this question. Random name generator, let's go.
He is
I suggested
Right
Shetland
now generating
because I
a
had
name
this
from
image
his
of like a
magical
really
board.
tiny centaur on like the body of a Shetland pony.
Castle Dukentheimer.
Is the Capenel
The what?
centaur tribe?
You don't seem too sure about yourself, youngling.
Well, I wasn't expecting to come upon a dwarf in the woods. This close to home.
At this point, I've lumbered close enough.
Oh, a tree person! Hello, tree folk.
I pop around the other side of the
Hello,
tree.
Sin.
I pop around the. I pop around the other side of the tree.
What is your business here?
Hello, friend centaur.
Oh, it says.
No, you're not a centaur.
I'm not a centaur.
I know. Hello, friend fawn.
Stop yelling, play this card.
I guess that's not the weirdest thing I've ever seen, so that's
What
fine.
are you a tree planting crew? Tree
They
folk?
are.
Are you looking
I'm just
for-
kind of here.
A garden?
This is the great warrior, Sir Senior of Undergraduate.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Hello, Sir Senior.
Hey, what's your name?
Paul.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Paul. I couldn't help it.
Boo!
Sorry, Paul. I couldn't
I'm
help it.
Paul Capenel.
What you doing here, Paul?
I'm lost. There was
Where
a
you going?
strange light, and I wasn't at home anymore.
I was at home. Then there was a strange light. And now my car's broken. So I've had it pretty bad.
What?
What's a car?
What is this strange speech?
I just
Is
shrugged.
Sir-
He
his-
is a very
Senor-
strange man from
Is
Oklahoma.
Sir Senior safe?
Sir Senior is
He
one
seems
of our friends.
harmless for
Is he-
now.
What are you? Are you some kind of elf?
Humans existed though.
He's never been human.
They existed though, so he would have known
He's
about
not-
humans.
Are you a human?
Yes. I'm not
He
sure what
skitters
else.
back. I'm supposed to stay away from humans.
I've heard that before. You're fine.
This one's harmless for now.
Looks at Delena. Is he okay?
Don't like being called harmless.
You're the
but
closest to
slap
my
this time.
kind that I could trust. And the tree guy. I like trees.
He's fine. He hit his head.
Very
It's a little-
hard. There
Okay.
was a magic beast. We killed it. I look very self-satisfied at this.
We slayed a mighty beast that was trying to entrap him.
If by beast you mean
Oh my.
seatbelt that saved my life, then yes.
I feel much safer now. You think you can help me find my home?
Is your home in Oklahoma?
I don't know what that is.
Neither do we, but that's where we're going.
Oh, okay. My home's on a hill somewhere near here.
Are there hills in
think
Oklahoma?
I'm
Great
very
One?
lost.
There might be a few. Yeah.
There are hills in Oklahoma.
Okay. Well, there's also goblins in these woods.
You've seen them?
I ran away from a few forest goblins.
Goblins.
Where?
Lovely. Well,
Back that way. He motions behind him.
sand
I outrun
bars,
them.
trees. What
There
I'm
were
assuming
5.
now a dwarf. Why not
We should
goblins?
keep moving.
Towards the goblins.
Away from the goblins.
Very well.
Talking trees, centaurs. What I assume is now a dwarf is not what I initially expected it was. Yeah, why not goblins?
All
Why
right,
not?
let's
Just
go.
throw those in there too.
Okay, you guys just keep
I,
going in the same
cocked my
direction.
head at our human
I'm just
companion.
gonna like totally just kind of unfazed by Aster's just random mutterings of just like, oh,
fine.
like just it's okay, it's fine, everything's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Why not goblins? What's next to dragon? Yeah, hopefully not. That would kind of suck. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you one of those who hears extra voices? Are you multiple people?
No, but I speak to them occasionally.
Wizard.
I'm very
I
concerned.
have
about
my
friend
eye on
Aster.
you.
He can talk to the spirits.
Spirits.
They can't talk to me. It's kind of unfortunate. It'd be pretty cool if they caught me out on my tests.
How do you know you can talk to them if they don't reply?
Let's talk. I assume somebody's listening. I suppose that's a bit conceited to assume that somebody's always listening to me, but you know, that's how it is.
You
You are a
find
very
yourself-
strange and peculiar man.
I've been told that before.
As
I
you
like you.
As you continue onward, you find yourselves back at the road.
I do not like this room.
You're at a very different point in the road, and you're not even sure it's the same road, but it is a dark, blackish road with yellow marks that is kind of beat up.
Is there a road sign nearby?
There is, if you roll for perception, maybe.
8.
8? Let's see. There is a road sign, but it's a speed limit sign.
Yeah, well,
It says 45 miles per hour.
well, they ignore those anyway, so let's just keep walking.
You were speeding, sir.
It's not necessarily the same point in the road. You guys have traveled a bit.
I can kind of help us get maybe some bearings. If we follow this road one way or the other, we'll eventually come to some signs, and this should help tell us where we are.
I'm just not gonna walk on the road. I'm gonna walk beside the road where there's like
Where there's
Grass.
dirt.
grass
Who
and
knows?
whatnot.
Another vehicle might come along, and they might know something about what's going on.
Paul tramples onto the road and starts like hopping around.
I lick the road.
I just blink when that happens.
It tastes like asphalt.
What does that taste like, Nick? She doesn't know what asphalt is, probably.
She
This
doesn't.
doesn't taste like dirt.
I'm
What is
also
this?
like on my hands and knees examining this weird
It's the
uniform.
blacktop. I mean,
Blacktop
technically it's called asphalt, I guess.
asphalt.
It's what we make our roads out of.
What is it? What's it made?
What is this substance?
Rocks.
Well, I can see that.
Rocks, dirt, chemicals, and then you got blacktop.
What are
Just
Paul
spit
is,
out a
him-
couple.
Paul is
Chemicals.
loving the sound of his hooves on this road. He's just kind of galloping up and down now.
I'm just gonna watch the centaur in amusement. I find this oddly endearing.
While you guys are all talking, he's just galloping up and down the road.
I'm just gonna like watch
Back and
over the
forth.
centaur.
But yeah, which way do you guys want to follow? Up or
I'm gonna
down?
pick up a piece of this road from the side, like a small,
You're
like
just gonna look.
pick it up.
Let's go
I'm
up
gonna
and
put it
away
in my
from the
pocket.
goblins.
Okay.
All right, then we're gonna go up the road.
So you guys continue down the black road path, the beaten path, as you were. Roll perception for me, everyone.
6.
14.
16.
21.
21. Okay, well, the tree, as always, is just completely oblivious.
You should
I'm having a great
You
time.
should have a -2 in perception, actually.
He really should have a negative.
I mean, I would
perception.
actually be okay with changing it. Currently have a +1 to perception, but I feel like a tree wouldn't be very perceptive, so I could easily change that around so that
We can talk about it later. But you notice up ahead is a green vehicle.
That's not my
A
car. 'cause
green
apparently
truck
mine is blue.
stopped in the middle of the road.
Another beast.
Paul lets out a terrified whinny. Like that, yeah.
Nice time.
Thank you. And runs off into the woods.
Bye, Paul.
Paul, where are you going?
I look concernedly
I just start
after
walking
this
towards the
centaur.
truck.
You start walking toward the truck.
Yeah.
Just carefully.
Is there
You're
anybody?
strolling up to
Can
the
I
truck?
see anybody in it from the back?
You do not see anybody in it from the back.
Is the window like not? Is it obstructed or is that? Can I see through the window? The back window.
They are tinted windows.
Of course they are.
Tinted windows. But the door on the truck opens.
Driver's side.
Driver's side opens quickly,
Alright.
I ready my.
and a man steps out with a pistol.
Oh, hold.
I know what this is. I'm just gonna keep approaching the truck.
Get over here, boy! There's some kind of monsters behind you!
Don't worry about that. They're fine.
Get over here, boy!
Okay.
You
okay,
crazy?
Okay.
You run up next to him.
I walk up next to him very
Walk up
slowly.
next to him. He's pointing the gun at the three others.
I'm gonna tell you, sir. I'm gonna tell you right now. You shoot the tree, nothing's gonna happen. I encourage you to try. Nothing's gonna happen.
You know what kind of demons these are, or what's happening here. Get in the car, boy.
They're not demons. They're fine.
I
Trust me.
got you. This old Magnum hasn't failed me before.
Sir Undergrad, what's happening?
It'll fail you this time. I got this. Shh.
That's not a very effective knife.
I'm still approaching the car.
Yeah, I
He
tell you,
points. Don't come a step closer, young man. Creature, whatever you is.
if you shoot the tree,
What's
nothing's gonna happen.
your name?
He fires around at the tree.
It takes me a moment to realize that anything has happened.
I told you.
It hits him. Doesn't really do anything.
I'm just kind
I
of.
told you.
I look down slowly, look up in confusion. Why?
I get in front of the man and say, "Look, it's a tree. Would you shoot a tree normally? Yes or no?"
If it started walking toward me, I sure as hell would.
It wouldn't do anything. It's a tree.
Get out the way, boy.
Alright, while this is going
Save
down,
you,
I'm
I
going to
will.
keep walking towards them.
I'm gonna go around the other side of
All right.
You on the side with the horn! Stop it!
He's
At,
looking
at this
at
point,
Blake.
I'm actually going to be a
He's
bit
looking
angry.
past Blake.
Like, who
I don't
is he
stop
looking
walking.
Okay. He's like looking all around.
at?
He's
And I'm like,
wavering back and forth.
stop pointing at Felina. At this point,
Roll
I'm like,
perception for me, Blake.
Okay. 15.
Okay. You notice he is bleeding profusely from his side.
What happened to you?
Hit something.
A little more detail, please.
I don't know what happened. I woke up like this.
You just woke up bleeding from the side.
Something cut me
Where?
on the side.
How?
I...
With what?
I don't know. I
Were you
woke
wi-
up bleeding.
When you woke up in the truck?
No, I was next to the truck.
Why? How'd you get back in? Is it your truck?
It's my truck.
Were you
My
inside?
pistol.
Were you inside before you passed out?
I don't know what happened. Everything went black. There was a loud noise. Everything went black. I woke up. There's this long cut on my side.
Is his window busted?
And now there's demons everywhere.
roll perception to see if I notice that he's wounded.
Is his window busted?
It's going to be an 11. See if he's wounded.
You can't tell because he's in your way.
Gotcha.
Is his window busted?
Yes.
I think you cut yourself on the glass, if I'm being perfectly honest. I think you fell out of the car.
Possible.
So I think you should calm down, because if you're agitated, you're going to bleed more, and the more you bleed, the quicker you die.
He's breathing real heavy. What about, he doesn't notice you yet, you sure?
Where am I in reference to?
You're on the other side of the truck now.
Okay.
You've gotten out of his sight.
I'm gonna go around the front till I'm behind him.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Is stealth a skill?
Yes,
We have sneak, but I don't
That's
get any
stealth.
bonuses for it.
Roll sneak.
sneak is stealth.
It's gonna be a 6.
6. You're gonna make. He can hear you coming. Backs up from the truck, like separates himself from the truck, so he has distance between you.
I'm going to tell you right now, you don't need to worry about these creatures.
I'm getting agitated because I don't like him pointing at Felina. And so I'm gonna lumber closer and just go stomp.
He shoots at you again.
I fire an arrow at him.
I'm gonna have my
roll
vine.
for firing an arrow at him from the side.
That's a 2.
It's a 2.
I don't know what to add to that.
Should I duck?
Do you have like a automatic hit kind of skill or anything?
No.
I'm gonna cast
Okay.
thorns.
Okay, well, your arrow goes wide. He turns and points his gun at you. At the same time,
Casting thorns on
you-
the arm with the weirdly shaped.
that's doing things. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, roll to cast thorns. That's a magic spell of yours.
19.
Okay, jeez. Thorns sprout out of the gun and like cover his arm down his side to the ground, and it's unmoving. Thorns are blocking the hammer, which was being like he pulled the trigger. The hammer is stopped by the thorns as he's pointing a gun right at you.
All right, at this
You know,
point,
my
at this
job.
point, I'm angry though. I'm
Yeah.
actually like, this is probably the fastest anyone has seen a tree move. But I am just gonna go right up and just not vines, straight up pick him up, and just body slam him down,
Throttle.
and just go no.
Okay, roll strength.
He
I
is
would
going
say.
to be
Roll for
very
flying.
uncomfortable.
That's only an 8.
Eight.
Thorn could
I rolled very poorly.
So we're gonna say instead of picking him up, you just walk forward and you just shove him real hard, and he doesn't really go anywhere. You hear a pop in his shoulder, but the vines are holding him in place, and he's trying to he's pulling on the trigger.
I'm just gonna
Trying to get a shot
I'm
off
gonna
you.
destroy the gun, just straight up, just with 2 of my fingers, just crush the gun.
Okay, roll strength again for me.
I'm gonna load my bow again.
We could have used that.
Nat 20.
Yep, nope. You just reach out and we're gonna say you grab his entire hand and just crush it. You don't know where gun and hand in, but you just crush it. He screams in pain. This man is terrified.
Well, I did my best.
He tried to shoot Felina.
Right, so you've got him. You've got him. He's not moving. There, his hands crushed. He's crying, tears.
I'm gonna say, why did you try to harm us?
His eyes roll up in the back of his head, and he just starts shaking.
I look concerned. I turn to our human friend, Sir Senior. Is he your friend?
He wasn't an enemy, but he could have been a friend, but I guess we'll never know now.
Do you need
goes
me
limp.
to heal him?
He goes limp.
It's a
His
little
whole body just goes limp.
It's
Oh,
a
is he-
little
is he dead?
it's a little late for that.
I'm gonna
Check.
put one in his head anyway.
You put an arrow in his head anyway?
He's dead. I want to make sure.
Jeez. Okay, roll to shoot him in the head.
Doesn't seem that extreme.
I mean, it's fair.
18.
Yep, you put an arrow in his head.
I'm just gonna put his body off to the side of the road.
Okay.
Rip random encounter.
Alright, so he is very dead. You put his body out the side. I think Esther's a little frightened by this entire encounter.
A little shaken, yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
I think that's a
That's
good
third.
spot to end the session with this random individual
Who is now dead.
who is very much now dead. He had a heart attack and then got an arrow.
Yeah, I don't think I could have healed him then.
No, you would not have been able to heal him.
That's why I shot him.
Yep. Alright. Well, thank you for joining us. Tune in next time to New Genesis Apocrypha as we figure out the consequences and morality of murdering this random stranger.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Bye!
Bye!
Bye.